On the weekly time frame on gold, price is using this zone as a higher low zone. So potentially this is a higher low zone. Potentially we should see price go all the way up to this high here. And the structure on the weekly time frame too is as simple as it looks like. Just price making highs, lows. This is a low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. Potentially we should see price go all the way up to the previous high. Now if you go to the daily time frame, on the daily time frame, you see how we're making structure, bullish structure from this zone where price, we said on the weekly time frame, price is using as potentially as a higher low zone. So from this zone here, a higher low zone, you see how we're making bullish structure up, a high, a low, a higher low, and we push all the way up to make this higher high here. What we'll do now is, since we see that price is retracing, we have to wait for price to be done retracing, and from there we continue the trend. Now that's where the lower time frame comes in, because there's not much that price action on the daily time frame. And if you go to the lower time frame, like the 4-hour time frame, look at the price action here. Still like simple as it is, clear and strictly bullish structure. And if you watch my previous video, you hear what I was saying. I wasn't really afraid of this zone, right? Or afraid of price making this situation, because I feel price just wants to make a new higher low zone for price continue. Price is just trying to make a new higher low zone. So this retracement doesn't mean anything to me right now. To me, it doesn't mean anything, because we're just trying to make a new higher low for price to continue bullish. And as you can see, price uses this zone as a higher low zone, and from there we should potentially push up. Now, see, now we are making a retracement. What I'm now seeing from this zone potentially is that price could reject off of this zone. Why? Because this is a counter trend. Now let me go to the 2-hour time frame, because that's where there's more data. There's way more data here. So if you look at it, you can see that this was a counter trend where price was making high, a low, a lower high, a lower low. On the lower time frame, this will be a lower low. Like maybe the 30 minutes, this will be a lower low. That's why on here, on the 2 hour, is just equal lows. You get what I'm trying to say? But this is a counter trend. So we push all the way up, right, to make new highs. Now we are retracing. Now, if we can get a rejection off of this zone, this will be a switch of structure. You get, so we going from bearish to now bullish. That's a switch of structure. So if you reject off of this zone, if you get a candlestick that rejects off of this zone, I'm entry longs. And if I'm entry longs, I'm targeting up to 5k potential, or even higher, up to this pink zone I have here, which is a daily a 2-hour resistance to place. So what I mean is, if we had a rejection, right, we reject off of this zone, right, a candlestick reject off of this zone and close above this resistance, this support that I have, this support, then my SL will be this zone, which is the last higher low price made, because this is the last higher low here, this is the last higher low, and my TP will be 5k. So if we can get a rejection of this zone, I'm entry longs. Or we could go lower. If we go lower, right, if we continue on this retracement and we go lower, all we'll do is just wait for price to give us a reversal pattern around the zone, which might be a switch of structure, a double bottom, or an inverted head and shoulder. Any of those we get, then we buy from there. Get what I'm trying to say? Now, if you look at previous data too, how do you know where higher low zones are from? Is a reversal pattern. Now, this always happens on, I always see this on gold and on GJ. You look at this, you see where we are retracing, we are just retracing, we drop. Now what do we do is to make this reversal pattern. We made this reversal pattern. So now this is the left shoulder, this is the head, this is the right shoulder. If you are going to draw this into perspective, boom, you can see left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, inverted head and shoulder. From there, what do? We push all the way up to this high. You see how price repeats same pattern over and over and over. You just have to take note of this pattern, and once you recognize those patterns, you just continue to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Now if you go down to same thing after a reversal pattern, after a retracement, sorry, not a reversal pattern. After a retracement, we get a reversal pattern. And that reversal pattern is price basically telling us, okay, I want to use this zone as a new higher low zone. And from this zone, I'm going to make a new high, or I'm going to go back to previous high. Get what I'm trying to say? Just price just communicates it to you. Now, you see how we do. we push all the way up to make a new high, and from that zone we started retracing, making a counter trend. And after the retracement, we made this left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And from this right shoulder, what do? Push all the way up to previous highs and even make a new high. You get what I'm trying to say? So price is repetitive. You just have to recognize those patterns. They can come in different ways. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's what we are going to wait also on this zone here. Either we get a shift of structure, like I said, reversing off of this support I have here, or we get a double bottom, or whatever, or an inverted head and shoulder, whatever price action we get. Any of those we get, we capitalize on that and we rock with that. So yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you.